Feeling some VLAN mastery? Let's check it out. As always, listen to the question, pause, think and reflect on what answer you would give, and then unpause to hear me answer and explain that question. Here we go. Question number 1. A switch will forward a broadcast message out each port in a domain. As a network grows and more broadcast traffic is generated, which of the following will help segment a network? Answer is B. It's kind of like proof is in the pudding. It's the name of the skill. Might as well select that. VLANs allow you to break apart a single broadcast domain, a single switch, into multiple broadcast domains. Trunks are what extend VLANs beyond a single switch. Collision domains are simply ports on a switch. Every single port of a switch is its own collision domain. That just means that this port can be sending and receiving at the same time as this port down over here. And tag links are just another way of saying trunks. Question number 2. Which of the following will not allow routing between multiple VLANs? Well, let's look at this. First off, using a router interface per VLAN, that'd be saying, okay, I've got a switch, maybe VLAN 1 is over here and VLAN 2 is over here, and I have a router with a port connected to each one. That could actually do routing between multiple VLANs. You just assign the subnet to each individual interface, set the clients to use that as their default gateway, and that would happen. So that's not right. It's saying what would not allow routing. Router subinterfaces with trunking, that would be where we have a router plugged in right here, configure that as a trunk, set up subinterfaces on that router, that would also do routing. A router interface with an access control list, good idea, but that would not allow routing between multiple VLANs, but a multi-layer switch would. That's where you use your switch virtual interfaces on the multi-layer switch to do essentially the same thing as that router on a stick, but all within the ASICs, the hardware of the switch. So the answer in this case is C. Question 3. Which of the following commands will assign access port fast Ethernet 0/1 to VLAN 10? This one is tricky indeed. The answer is actually B. The reason that we don't see fast Ethernet 0/1 is because it would be assumed if we were going to assign it, we already would have gone into interface fast Ethernet 1 interface configuration mode. Once under that mode, you would type in that command to assign that interface. This one would give a syntax error, as would this one, as would that one. There is no such command. Next question. Question 4. When configuring a router on the stick, which of the following is needed before you can set the IP address on the subinterface? The answer is this guy right here, B, command encapsulation .1Q10, because the router, if you try to assign an IP address before you type that command, it'll say, I don't know which VLAN this is for, thus I'm not going to let you do that. This is just a standard. You don't have anything to do with configuration. This would be what you would use on a switch. We just saw that on the previous question, to add a port to a VLAN, but it doesn't work on a router, and there is no such command as this. Good. Well, hopefully this makes you feel a little bit better or confirm some of the things that you need to study as you are looking to explain and configure VLANs on a single switch. I hope this has been informative for you. I'd like to thank you for viewing.